Yo, what's going on? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very great Memorial Day. Sorry, I had something playing in the background and I couldn't figure out what it was. Then I just decided to mute the volume. All right, we're all good. We're all ready to go. Phillies taking on the San Francisco Giants. They're coming off of a series loss to the Colorado Rockies, the Phillies, that is. They're now 38-16. It was a very disappointing day yesterday. Not a whole lot of offense, and they're looking to sort of change the narrative as they finish out this six-game West Coast road trip against the San Francisco Giants before coming back home to take on the St. Louis Cardinals this weekend. All right, let's get into the starting lineups for the Philadelphia Phillies. So, all right, we got Kyle Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot. And you got JT Realmuto behind the plate. Bryce Harper playing over at first base. Alec Bohm over at third, batting in the cleanup spot. And then Nick Castellanos playing out in right field, batting fifth. Edmundo Sosa batting sixth over at shortstop. Batting seventh, it'll be Whit Merrifield over at second. And the left fielder will be Christian Pache, and he'll be batting eighth. And batting ninth will be Johan Rojas. All right. Yes, so no Brandon Marsh and no Bryson Stott today for the Phils in this lineup as they're going up against the lefty Blake Snell. So they will not be in the lineups today. Temperatures, it's 58 degrees out at Oracle Park as we're getting adjusted on here. Apologize about that. All right. So again, the starting lineup, it'll be Schwarber, Realmuto, Harper, Bohm, Castellanos, Sosa. And then you got Merrifield, Pache, and Rojas. What the heck? Did I copy and paste the wrong thing? I bet you I did. I copied and pasted the wrong link. Come on, man. We're off today. All right, Blake Snell is going to be on the mound for the San Francisco Giants. In 4 games this year, he's 0-3 in 15 innings and as an 11.4 ERA, along with 17 strikeouts and 9 walks allowed as well. All right, so let's see if we can get this up here. Yep. All right, I had the wrong link. Apologize about that. All right, that's better. If it loads. Giants are in their cream and black uniforms, and the Phillies are in their gray and red. Gray tops and, of course, gray bottoms as well. Why is this not loading? We'll try it one more time. It was just working. First pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Kyle Schwarber. So it's no balls, 1 strike. Schwarber batting .231 on the season with 9 homers and 31 runs batted in. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. The 0-1 has popped up over towards the first base side of the foul ground. Wade gets under it, and he'll make the catch. And there's one away. All right, so we'll fix that during the break. Foul out to first. So Schwarber pops out over towards the first base side in foul ground. And JT is coming up to bat. Yes, sir. What's going on? Final score predictions. Make sure you guys comment down below. I'd really appreciate that. JT up to bat. And the pitch is taken up high for ball 1. 12 more days until the Phillies go to London. Boy, I'm excited about that. All right, 1 ball, no strikes. And the next pitch is outside for a ball to make the count now 2-0. So JT, of course, on a 15-game hitting streak. Stan Lapata has the 2 O's in their first strike. And Jimmy Wilson both had 16-game hitting streaks in Phillies franchise history as catchers. 4-2. I like that. 2-1 pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. The count is now 3-1 as Bryce waits in the on-deck circle. Phillies looking to try to get something cooking here out in the Bay Area. The 3-1 pitch on the way. Line drive hit out over towards left center field, and that's going to split the gap and go all the way over towards the wall. JT will jog on into second base, and there's a stand-up double by JT Realmuto with 1 out in the top of the first inning. All right. Yes, sir. That'd be sick. That'd be very, very sick. All right. Lots of technical difficulties today. Once this half inning is done, I am going to take a very quick break to fix the scoreboard and to fix the sounds. I don't know why everything was working before I went live, and all of a sudden it's not working. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Harper could not catch up to it. So no balls, 1 strike to Bryce Harper. There's 13 homers on the season. Snell looks back over at second and back to the plate, and the 0-1 is sliced foul. Harper is tied with Ohtani with the second most homers in May at 13. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Harper strikes out on a slider that was tailing outside, and there's 2 away. JT still remains over at second, and now Bohm is due up to bat. More final score predictions? Any more? So Snell on the bump for the San Francisco Giants. Now Bohm up to bat for the Phils. 2 outs and a runner over at second in the pitch, and that's popped up and fouled behind the first base side. That went miles away from the dugout. Bohm this year batting .315 with 5 homers and 47 RBI. Mad Dog! What's up, Mad Dog? How you doing? The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 is upstairs. Phillies are hitting .293 with runners in scoring position this year, and that's 3rd best in all of baseball, behind the Royals and the Guardians. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery, line drive, hit out over towards left field, and making the grab just at the warning track is Ramos. And the inning comes to an end. Bohm hit it sharply just right at Ramos, and we go to the bottom of the first. I got to take a step off, and I got to fix these technical problems. Be right back. All right, we're back. All right, I made a new browser, so that should be good. All right, well, one out already in the bottom of the first, and we're underway here out in San Francisco. Wade Jr. up to bat in the first pitch. He takes that one for a strike. Lamont Wade Jr. hitting .333. He does have 2 homers and 17 RBI. The 0-1's in there for strike 2. On the bump, of course, is Taijuan Walker. Matos actually lined out over to third. No balls. 2 strikes in the pitch. Wide for a ball. Walker gets set, kicks, deals the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle. Sosa has to shuffle his feet as he gathers himself, throws across the diamond. And there's 2 up and 2 down. In the bottom of the first Giants lineup, it's Matos, Wade Jr., Estrada, Chapman, Bailey, Soler, Yastrzemski, Ramos, and Wisely. Yes, sir. Taijuan Walker on the bump for the Phils. 5 starts this year. He has a 3-0 record. And the pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Phillies playing out in San Francisco. Phillies are 30-16. And the Giants are 17-27. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch. Grounder. Rolled over to third base. Bohm has it. Throws across the diamond. And a 1-2-3 inning for Taijuan Walker. We go to the top of the second. No score so far at Oracle Park. All right. Now, what happened to my MLB score? What the heck? Yeah. Apologize about these technical difficulties. Is there any music play? Okay, so that's muted. This is muted. I know that you guys don't hear anything now, but that's because I muted that thing, but I need to play it because I need my sound effects. Nope. I don't want to unmute that. Maybe what I could do is I could unmute this, or I could, yeah. Don't need the scores anyway. Well, other people like to have that. Other people like it. Now this. Refresh. There we go. Yeah, everybody's talking about Acuna. I feel bad, man. I do. I definitely feel bad for sure. It's tough. It's very tough. All right. That's better. Good. And good. All right. That's better too. I don't understand why this crashed on me. But it did. Makes no sense. Oh, I see. This happens like all the time. There we go. That's better. All right. Top of the second inning. Again, apologize about all that stuff. All right, we're back in action. Castellanos, Sosa, Merrifield all due up for the Phils. And the pitch is up high for a ball. Thrown by Blake Snell. Castellanos batting .202 on the season. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And Snell decided to go with a changeup there. The 1-1 on the way. Another swing and a miss. Good curveball thrown. It was low. Snell has only allowed 1 hit and 2 walks, along with 2 RBI against Nick Castellanos. Beautiful day out at Oracle Park. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is going to be taken in the dirt. It's a curveball that misses badly for ball 2. So in case you are just tuning in, Phillies did not score in the top of the first. Giants didn't score in the bottom of the first. Snell's on the bump. And he's going up against Taijuan Walker. The 2-2 on the way. What a curveball that was on the inside corner at the knees for a called third strike. And that's the second strikeout recorded today by Blake Snell. That curveball was absolutely filthy. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Hopefully you're all doing good, and obviously a shout out to all the people that have served our country and other countries around the world to fight for civilians and be able to do a really incredible thing. So thank you. The ball's one strike to Edmundo Sosa in the 0-1, and that's fouled off over towards the right side, and that goes out of play. Edmundo hitting .319, does have 3 homers and 13 RBI. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Snell. Yes, sir. All right, so here is Whit Merrifield, who's had 4 singles, 2 doubles, a homer, and 2 strikeouts against Blake Snell. In the first pitch, he takes that one for a strike, just on the outside corner. His average is at 187, if you can believe that. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 is high for a ball. I also figured out what that ticking noise was, and I'm supposed to be getting a new cable. It's the headphone cable. These don't last forever, and I think that that's what it was. So this will be the last time that you hear a little thumping sound. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch is fouled away. What's up, Nick? How you doing, man? How are you, bro? JJ, I got you on my laptop and halftime on my phone, so I'm able to watch both. Now, that is true dedication, my guy. That is true dedication, dude. I appreciate you for doing that. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch is taken for a ball in the dirt. If you can, actually, Nick, can you drop his link? Oh, wait, I got to make you a mod first. All right, let me make you a mod, bro. We'll do that. Got 109 people on here watching. 2-2 pitch, grounder, hit over to shortstop, and the throw across the diamond is in time, and the inning does come to an end. All right, we go to the bottom of the second. No score so far, and Giants are coming up to bat. All right, yeah, JJ knows his stuff for sure. Yeah, I'm just bummed because everything was working, and now, my monitors are all disoriented. But it is what it is. We're adjusting. Aha! I figured out what the sound was. Got it. All right. Good. So now I can play my other sound effects. It's great. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Please make sure that you comment your final score predictions down below. I'm a moderator. Now what do you want me to do? Drop Halftime's link down below. That's what I wanted you to do. We'll raid him. We'll raid him soon, but you can do his channel or you can do his link. Wish we got Snell in the offseason, but can't complain about spilt milk. Yeah, that's right. I agree with that. All right. Good stuff. That's a halftime stream. I want us all to go over there. We'll do it again during the fifth inning. Halftime needs to get to 780. He's already at 777. Wow. Good for him. Good for him. Did you guys do anything special today? Anything special today? Please comment down below. I'd like to hear some stories. All right, bottom of the second inning. And Walker gets set, kicks, delivers, and the first pitch is in there for a strike to Matt Chapman, who's hitting .240 this year. Does have 8 homers and 27 RBI. And the 0-1, that's taken outside and high for a ball. Phillies swept the Giants earlier in the month back at the bank. The 1-1 is taken for ball 2. Phillies were able to win 4-3 in their first game, as the 2-1 is just outside for ball 3. Then they were able to put up 14 runs in game 2. They won 14-3 and then beat the Giants 5-4 in game 3. And ended up winning in game 4 on May 6th by a score of 6-1. Next pitch, it's down low for a ball. And there's a leadoff walk to start off the bottom of the second inning. And Patrick Bailey is going to come on up to bat, hitting just .297. Been doing a pretty good job, though. Batting on the left side. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Looked a little bit outside, but James Hoy called to the strike. Crew chief for today, you got Hoy calling the balls and the strikes behind the plate. Then you got Rob Drake over at first base. DJ Rayburn is at second. And over at third, it's John Lipka. The 0-1, and that's just outside for a ball. I had to work. I feel that. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch from Walker, line drive, hit out over to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Stopping over at second is Chapman. And it's going to put runners over at first and second base, and Jorge Soler is due up next. That's such a good pitch thrown by Walker. Left that one hanging right on out there over the middle of the plate. I mentioned this before, but the Giants have a .500 record. They're 15-10 at home this year. Ended up losing their last game to the Mets on a walk-off 3-run homer by Omar Narvaez. That was his first hit, too. And he ended up going, the first hit of the year that he had at Citi Field. He was 0 for 27 right before that. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Soler. That misses badly outside and low for ball 2. Walker allowed a walk to Chapman and a single to Bailey. In this inning so far, we're in the top of the second and the 2-0 pitch. And that time it's in there for a strike. Did I say a 3? Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I meant to say it was a 3-run 9th inning. And yes, he ended up getting an RBI base hit. Sorry about that. That is correct. Yes. Thank you for that correction. 3 balls, 1 strike. Soler in the box for the Giants. And the next pitch, and that's lifted high and deep out to center field. Rojas, though, gets under it and will make the catch. Tagging up from second and going over to third is Chapman. The throw is cut off by Sosa. And that's going to put runners over at second and third. With still 1 out. Or with 1 out now in the bottom of the second inning. See where that was at. Yep, just out to dead center field. And a pretty good jump, too. Mike Yastrzemski is now due up to bat. Playing out in right field today, batting in the 7th spot. And the pitch, line drive, hit down the right field line. It is a fair ball. Coming in the score is Chapman. Bailey right behind him. The throw is made over to second, and it's a 2-run double by Mike Yastrzemski to give the Giants a 2-0 lead. Wow. Walker threw it, and it was a high. It was on the upper tier of the strike zone, and Yaz able to just put that one up and in towards right field in his wheelhouse. So 2-0 start for the Giants in the bottom of the second, and the pitch to Ramos is in there for a strike. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1, and that's in there for strike 2. Yoan stinks. What's up, Mr. Rudy Poo? How you doing? What's good? Haven't seen you on here in a little bit of time, man. Appreciate you for stopping by. The ball's 2 strikes, and the pitch just outside for a ball. And that makes the count now 1-2. We got a runner over at second. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, and there's 2 outs. And Walker able to get his first strikeout of the day. Wow. So a 2-run double allowed by Taijuan Walker to Mikey Yastrzemski. And it's 2-0 Giants. Comes Brett Wisely, and he takes the first pitch just outside for a ball. Wisely batting .438. He does have a homer and 4 runs batted in. The 1-0 pitch, grounder hit back up the middle for a base hit. Yastrzemski rounding third will come on in to score, and that's an RBI single by Brett Wisely, and it's a 3-0 Giants lead. Wisely playing over at shortstop. Able to just hit that one back up the middle. And it honestly, it just got past the glove of Taijuan Walker. He should have been able to field that. It was hit really back over towards the mound. And then it just got on by him. Throw back to first, not in time. So already a 3-0 start for the San Francisco Giants. Got 132 people on here watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. His strike-to-ball ratio has been at 50% in this inning so far, and the pitch is low and outside. So not a good start for the Phillies, and not a good start for Taijuan Walker for sure. He has a 5.06 ERA coming into today. And the 1-0 pitch, ground ball into left field for a base hit. So that got in between the 5-6 hole. And there's another hit allowed by Walker. And the 8th man will come on up to the plate. And that's Lamont Wade Jr. Runners are now over at first and second. Forgot to mention that Wisely did stop over at second base. And there's 2 runners on. And now Caleb Cotham is going to go out there to try to calm Taijuan Walker down. While we're in this little break, though, please comment your final score predictions down below. All right? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Again, apologize about the technical difficulties. I appreciate you all so much for being here. We're just getting back on track. Lots of things have been going on with this stream today. That was not on Walker. Dude chased out. That was not on Walker. Dude chased out of the zone. Dude chased out of the zone. So you have to like put it into context because it's like that's not on Walker, dude. You chased it out of the zone. You know that's the direct address. So I think that's how you implied it. Yeah. All right, everybody goes back to their spots, and here comes Lamont Wade Jr. in the pitch, and that's taken low and outside for a ball. Phillies have not beaten the Giants at Oracle Park since June of 2021. And they're already down 3-0. The 1-0, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. It looked a little bit high and outside, but it's a 1-1 count. Wade grounded out in the first. The 1-1 on the way, and that's fouled off as it goes over towards the third base side. The The money line right now for the Phillies is at plus 540. 1-2 pitch, and that's fouled away as Wade stays alive. And also to put it in perspective, the Phillies are just 5-20 over their last 25 games in San Francisco. 1-2 on the way, and that's chopped foul. The last time that they actually won a series was in August of 2017. And the last time that they actually swept the Giants was back in May of 1990 out at Oracle Park. 1-2 pitch, check swing, did he go? And third base umpire John Lipka says yes, and the inning comes to an end. However, 8 men come on up to the plate, and the Giants take a 3-0 lead as we go to the top of the third. So yeah, you heard that correctly. The Phillies have not won a series away against the Giants since 1990. Okay, they won 3 out of 4. They actually won 3 games in a row. It was back in 2011. But it was a 4-game set, and they ended up losing that final game. But yeah, since 1990, that was the last time that they actually swept a Giants team on the road. Did you know that? It took me forever to find that stat because that's not something that you would just know. You have to hunt for that. But yes, I blame Pat Burrell. Is that how you do it? Is that how you do it? You blame Pat Burrell? It's wild. Coming down to earth, every team goes through rough stretches. I wasn't even born yet in 1990. in 93. Yeah, I know. Listen, these guys played yesterday, flew to San Francisco, then have to get ready for an early game. Yep, I know. But hey, to be fair, the Giants had to fly from New York. Okay? They played an afternoon game too. So it's kind of fair both ways when you really do think about it, Mike. They flew from New York to play in a different time zone back here today. Top of the third inning, and the pitch is taken outside for a ball. That's what Mike meant. No, but I think that he was also talking about, I thought he was talking about the Phillies being at a disadvantage. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Nets up high and outside for ball 2. So Christian Pache up to bat. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the order for the Titans. Blake Snell on the bump. Pache hitting just 209 with 7 RBI. And the 2-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike at the knees. It was a changeup at 85 miles per hour. According to Corey Seidman, we'll get to that stat in a second, the 2-1 pitch, and that's fouled back. He said, quote, Taijuan Walker just has not had his splitter this season. His opponents are 16 for 31 against the splitter. Last year, the batters were hitting 210 against it. 2-2 pitch. That's fouled off. There's 2 guys on your whatchamacallit list. He's good, though, bro. 2-2 on the way, and that's a curveball that misses badly in the dirt. The count is now full. Phillies trail 3-0 to the Giants. We're in the top of the third inning. Snell gets set at the letters. Takes a quick sigh of relief, and the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Blake Snell has looked like a Cy Young so far today. 4 strikeouts in 2 1/3 of an inning so far. And there was no chance that Pache was going to catch up to that pitch. And that's how we start off the third inning. Last season with the Padres, he had a 2.25 ERA. And the pitch thrown to Yohan Rojas is in there for a strike. And that was in 32 starts. Opponents were hitting 181 against him, and that's when he won the Cy Young. The pitch. That misses low. Rojas hitting .215. He has 2 homers and 15 runs batted in so far on the season. The 1-1 on the way. Chopped foul. Yohan in yesterday's game, this was the last time that he played against the Giants. Had the wrong one up. But last time he played against the Giants, he went 0 for 4. Phillies ended up winning that game 6-1. The 1-2 pitch. That's a breaking ball taken in the dirt. Good job by Bailey to try to keep that one out in front of him. So that makes the count now 2-2. Phillies lost yesterday 5-2 to the Rockies. Only scored 2 runs, 1 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. The pitch. Line drive. Hit out over to right field for a base hit. It was a high pitch, too. And Rojas able to make some good, solid contact with that pitch and was able to get on with a single with 1 out in the third inning. That's just a great piece of hitting by Rojas. He knew that he was going to get a fastball and just had some very quick hands. Was able to push it out to right field. And now Kyle Schwarber's due up to bat. The pitch to Schwarber is taken low. It's a slider at 89 miles per hour. Orioles were able to win earlier today. They won 11-3. Wow. 1 ball, no strike. Snell looks back over at first and now back to the plate. Gets set, lines up, fires, and it's upstairs. Mentioned before that the Phillies are 5-20 over their last 25 games at Oracle Park. The 2-0 pitch, and that's taken down low for ball 3. Well, I did want to say that the Giants, over their last 25 games against the Phillies, are or over their last 20 games against the Phillies, I should say, are 11-9. 3-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. But the Phillies, what's weird is that they've won 6 out of their last 7 games against the Giants. Throw back over to first, not in time. It's now looking to reset here. Three balls, 1 strike. Snell, the left-handed pitcher on the bump. And the next pitch to Schwarber. Swung on, blasted, hit out to right field, and that's going all the way out of here. A 2-run moonshot by Kyle Schwarber. And it's 3-2 San Francisco, his 10th homer of the season. There you go, bombs away for Kyle, and June is almost coming. Wow. What a shot. That was a cannon bomb. Wow. So he's able to take Blake Snell yard, and the pitch is up high to JT Realmuto. Schwarber gets all high fives in that dugout. That thing went 404 feet. And by the way, that was Kyle's first homer since May 6th. The pitch, and that's taken for ball 2. One out in the top of the third. Phillies just got a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber from Kyle Schwarber. And the next pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. 2-1 on the way, and that is fouled off. Schwarber, according to Corey Seidman, is 26 for 80 against lefties this season, and he has hit 4 homers, 4 of his 10 homers. Wow. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to JT, and he bounces that one foul. It was a pitch that was nothing but trouble. Curveball that was heading towards the dirt. And he stays alive. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We got 154 people on here watching. If you are a Philly freak, make sure that you comment who you are down below and join the Freak Nation. The 2-2 to realmuto. Swing and a miss as he swings and misses at a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate. 5th strikeout for Blake Snell. And Bryce Harper is coming up to bat representing the tying run. Well, the Giants scored 3 runs in the bottom of the second. Phillies with 2 runs in the top of the third so far. Bases empty, 2 outs for Bryce Harper. The pitch by Snell upstairs. Harper's average is at 275. 13 homers, 41 runs knocked in as well. And he takes the 1-0 low. He's heading towards the dirt, and it's now ball 2. Phillies have 275 RBI coming into today. And that is the most in all of baseball. 2-0 pitch, and that's taken outside and low for a ball. But 162 of those, which is pretty much about 2/3, they've been at home. 3-0 pitch, and that's outside for ball 4. So Harper gets on with a 2-out walk, and he's the tying run over at first base. They've had 162 RBI, which is first in all of baseball. That's at home. And on the road, they're actually 13th or 14th in RBI. They have 113. The pitch. It's a changeup that misses to Alec Bohm for a ball, and Bailey wants to go out there to have a conversation. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Icy Buckets? How you doing, man? How are you, man? What's good? Hitters got to be more patient with Snell. Well, they got to get runs against Snell. That's what I care about. And Harper had a very good at-bat there. You needed Bryce to do something good. Didn't know. I'm in the Carolinas, says Tony. What's up, Tony? You're in the Carolinas. Well, thank you so much for hopping on over to Play-by-Play with JJ, because we go live for almost every single Phillies game. We also do Sixers basketball, and we do Eagles football. That's what we do on here, man. We have time called on the mound. James Hoy is having a conversation with the Giants pitching coach, Blake Snell, and Patrick Bailey. And now everybody goes back to their spots. He was trying to break up the conversation, and looked like the Giants pitching coach was not happy about something. And, well, we play on. Hey, that's what they said in 2021. Don't be one of those guys, man. When Acuna went out with that other ACL injury, they won the World Series that year. The 1-0 pitch to bohm. Fly ball hit out over towards right center field, and on the run is Yaz, and he just cuts right in front of the center fielder to make the catch for out number 3. So Mike Yastrzemski able to make a good catch. However, the Phillies get on the board, and they get a 2-run blast by Kyle Schwarber. They are now down 3-2. We go to the bottom of the third. Be right back in just a few moments. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. 173 people on here watching. That means that 173 of you should literally spam that thumbs up button. Be right back. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. All right, had to put the pop filter back on. Go to the bottom of the third. Giants have a 1-run lead against the Philadelphia Phillies. They are up 3-2. And the pitch thrown by Walker is in there for a strike. So in case you are just tuning in, a lot of action so far over the last full inning, I'd say. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. And it's a 0-2 count. So Mike Yastrzemski had a 2-run double in the bottom of the second inning. And that was followed up by a Brett Wisely RBI single to make it a 3-0 Giants lead. And the 0-2 is outside for a ball. Phillies would then get 2 runs back in the top of the third on a 2-run moonshot by Kyle Schwarber out to right field. And that's how it's a 3-2 game. The 1-2 on the way on the outside corner. Called strike 3. And Estrada chirping with Hoy as he goes back over towards the dugout. There we go. Jason, what's up, Jason? Thanks so much for that $2 donation. All right, the pitch, and that's on the outside corner for a called strike. It was a four-seamer at 93 miles per hour. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch, wide for a ball. Chapman walked back in the second and also scored a run as well. The 1-1 on the way, and that's fouled off. Chapman did walk in his first at-bat. Or his first plate appearance, I should say. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Chapman. And the next pitch, and that's dribbled foul over towards the third base side. Chapman is tied for first on the Giants in home runs. He's tied with Thairo Estrada. They both have 8 on the season. And he's also second on the team in RBI with 27. The 1-2, and there's a little dribbler hit in between the mound and home plate, and JT fields it, throws it over to first. Didn't even take the mask off, and there's the out recorded. All right. They're showing Ronald Acuna Jr. getting hurt yesterday. Tore his other ACL. So he's had his right and his left ACL injured. 2 outs. Nobody on. Patrick Bailey at the plate. First pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch, here it is. And that's on the outside corner for a called strike as well. Walker doing a good job of peening those corners in this inning, unlike the last inning. And he's working really quickly here. Looks pretty confident. The 0-2 on the way, swinging a line drive, it out over to right center field, and that's going to be in there for a base hit. Rojas has to field it on the ground, and there's a 2-out single by Patrick Bailey. And that's the second time that he has gotten aboard today against Taijuan Walker. JJ, did you do anything cool earlier today? Or did you do anything fun earlier today? Not really, man. Not really. But I'm happy to be here. It did work out a little bit. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike at the knees. Actually, that's a lie. I did have a nice morning. I had pancakes with my mom and with one of our family friends. Came over to the house, and that was cool. Mom makes really, really great pancakes. The chocolate chips in them were awesome. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch is in there for a strike to Jorge Soler. It's up to bat on the right side. 1-1 offering, grounder, rolled over to third, and the flip over the second is in time, so it's a 5-4 fielder's choice, and the inning comes to an end. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the top of the 4th, 3-2 San Francisco. All right. Tell your friends about this channel, man. I appreciate you all so much for being here. It means a lot to me. I love each and every one of you. And without you, there is no us. So, we already have 174 people tuning in. I want us to continue to grow our family. What we try to do on here is we try to give you good quality play-by-play, but we also have a human element to this too, because we like to interact with you guys as well. I think that that's the really cool thing about this, is that it takes it to another level where we get to tell stories as we do the play-by-play on here. So it's sort of old school, but also new school at the same time, because this is the future of digital media, and I wanted to make sure that we had a community on here that was very supportive. And I first actually started this channel because I wanted to go into broadcasting. I still do. But I wanted to just get reps because Scott Fransky, the Phillies radio play-by-play announcer, told me. He did. He told me personally. I graduated from Rowan University, saw him at a networking event. He said that you need to get reps. And that's why I started this channel, because I wanted to just call as many games as I could. I could have went out to a high school to do it. I could have went out in the field to do it. And I probably still will actually try to see if I can call some games out at my local school. I am going to do some things over the summer for freelancing. But the long story short of it all is that, you know, I try to work on the craft every day. But this whole thing has been so special because we're growing, and this is how digital media is going to be consumed within the next 5-6 years, maybe even sooner than that. So here comes Nick Castellanos. He's up to the plate. And Blake Snell on the bump. It's 3-2. San Francisco. The pitch to Casti. Grounder hit over to third base. Gobbled up by Chapman, who throws on the run over to first. And it's in time for the first out of the inning. It's not a good at-bat there by Casti. Got on top of that fastball. Hear what you said, and I appreciate you 100%. That's why I help you. That's exactly why you're incredible. And you are a Philly freak for sure. Always will be. And I appreciate that. Mundo Sosa up to bat, and the pitch is taken wide for a ball. JJ, you a hockey fan? I do like hockey. I just don't do hockey. I didn't do hockey on here the first year because of a couple of reasons. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball. Hit out over to right field. It's going back towards the track, and it hits off the top of the wall. Yastrzemski did not field that one correctly. He gets by him. Sosa goes over to third. And Edmundo Sosa with his second triple in 3 games. And he's over at third base and about 90 feet away from scoring. Yaz did not do a good job at just reading where the ball was going to land after it bounced off the wall. It got by him. I think that he was anticipating for it to hit off the top of the wall, but then it got caught in between one of the fences, and he went over towards his left, but really should have just went over towards his right. It just took a wicked bounce. And Whit Merrifield up to bat, and he takes a strike just on the inside corner. It really did. It took a very, very weird bounce. And did somebody throw something onto the field as he was trying to make that play? I mean, it wasn't anywhere near him, but something was thrown onto the field, it looked like. The 0-1, and that's skied over towards left field. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. Hit off the padding. Yes. The padding. It's a good word. The ball's and 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner over at third, and that's the tying run. 0-2 is the count. And the next pitch, and that's inside and low, and that's going to get away from Bailey, and coming in to score is Sosa. A wild pitch, and we have a tie ball game. Not a good stop by Bailey. It just got by him. And bases are empty, but we're all tied up at 3 apiece. Pitch was inside and low, and he just could not stop it out in front of him. It got on by him. And Sosa hustled in to home plate. So a 1-out triple by Edmundo Sosa. And then he scores on a wild pitch. And that 3-0 lead is quickly erased. And Whit Merrifield still up to bat. All right, well, we're in the top of the 4th inning. That bell makes me laugh every time. I feel that. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Whit Merrifield. And there's 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Corey Seidman also just tweeted out that Edmundo Sosa has had an extra base hit in 5 out of his last 6 games. It's pretty impressive, man. The 1-2 inside and low for ball 2. Merrifield's up to bat, batting in the 7th spot, playing over at second base today. 2-2 delivery, swung on, rolled over to third, and Chapman can't make the play. It was a routine ground ball. It got under his glove, and the Phillies have Whit Merrifield aboard over at first base. Man, he was running in towards home plate. It was a routine ground ball. It got underneath his glove, and this guy, every time that he plays against the Phillies this year, it just seems like he's just made one error after another. And he's won a Gold Glove, too. All right, here comes Christian Pache. I believe they're going to score that as an E5, and that's what they'll do. Christian Pache shows bunt, takes it back, but it was inside and didn't take it back in time, so they call it a strike. Pache struck out in the 3rd. His average now down to 205. He does have 7 RBI on the season. Snell gets set just at the letters, gets the signs, throws back over to first, and Merrifield is safe. No swipe even allowed. 198 people on here watching. Make sure we get 198 likes and 198 subs. Let's get to 2,700. The pitch thrown by Snell, and that's taken all the way for strike 2. Winds are blowing at 7 miles per hour west. Here at Oracle Park, it is 60 degrees and partly cloudy. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball taken in the dirt, and Witt stays over at first base. How about the Braves? They are getting blown away. They're down 8-0 against the Washington Nationals. That is a blowout. And again, of course, thoughts go out to Ronald Acuna Jr., who's going to have to miss the rest of the season with an ACL injury. It's definitely not news that you want to hear, and, well, the throwback over to first is not in time, and doesn't matter who your opponent is or who your rival is, you never want to see a guy get injured like that. The 1-2 to Pache, swing and a foul ball. 2 under 3 people on here. Awesome stuff. Let's go, baby. Snell was 67 pitches. He was cruising along in the first 2 innings, and ever since then, it's been a different story. A tale of 2 halves so far in the 1-2 pitch, and that spoiled foul. Witt was trying to jog on over to second base, and he has to get his exercise and jog back over to first on the foul ball. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Snell on a 2-year, $62 million contract with the Giants. And the 1-2 is chopped foul over towards the third base side. We got a runner over at first. There's 1 out in the top of the 4th inning. Pache's up to bat against Blake Snell, and the count is 1-2. The Phillies were down 3-0. And have tied it back in the 4th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 8 on the pitch clock. Now 5 on the pitch clock. Snell kicks and delivers from the stretch, and it's low, and it was dropped by Bailey. Don't know if he would have been able to get Whit Merrifield out over at second base, but Witt is able to get a stolen base, and the count is now 2-2. Wow. Then Bailey sort of took his eyes off the ball as he was looking to throw it over to second, but it came out of the glove, and it would have been tough to get Witt anyways. And now time is called on the mound. Snell, as we mentioned, has a $62 million contract. It was a 2-year, $62 million contract. And he gets a $17 million signing bonus, and that would be in January of 2026, and a $15 million salary this year. Huh. I didn't know that. Everybody goes back to their spots. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Christian Pache. A runner in scoring position, and the 2-2 on the way. It was inside, but it's a called strike 3. James Hoy calls it a called 3rd strike, and that's the 6th strikeout for Blake Snell, 2 away. That definitely was inside. That was not a bad at-bat at all by Pache. Comes Yohan Rojas. Got a runner over at second base, and Rojas takes the first pitch. It's a strike at the knees. It was a changeup. The ball's 1 strike. Rojas did single in his last at-bat. Out over to right field, and the 0-1 is popped foul behind the plate, and it'll find the seats. The Giants have been around since 1883 as a part of the National League, and They didn't become a part of the West Division until 1969. They've been at Oracle Park since 2000. But before that, it was Candlestick Park from 1960 to 1999. And then they played at 7 other ballparks before that. The ball's 2 strikes, throw back over to second, not in time. Their first ballpark was called Polo Grounds, which existed from 1883 to 1888. The ball's 2 strikes to Johan Rojas. 2 outs and a runner over at second, and the next pitch laid off in the dirt. Good eye. It was a curveball that missed. Rojas with 2 outs and with runners in scoring position, hitting .333 with a double and 6 runs batted in. 1-2 is the count. A runner over at second, 2 gone in the top of the 4th. And the 1-2 from Snell, and that breaking ball misses in the dirt once again to make the count 2-2. Since moving to San Francisco in 1958, the Giants have just over a 500 win-loss record, and that's dating back to last year, so that doesn't include this year's stats, which they're still at 500 this year. The 2-2 is inside and low. They have 5,394 wins ever since coming over to San Francisco, and 5,039 losses. The count is full to Rojas. The go-ahead runs at second. The payoff pitch. And that's sliced out into center field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Merrifield rounding third. He'll come on in, and the Phillies take a 4-3 lead. Johan Rojas with an RBI single. It's his second single of the day. And Rojas able to punch it out to center field. It just blooped in there for a single. And we go back to the top of the order. Wow. And now Kyle Schwarber, who technically sort of started the rally with the 2-run homer back in the 3rd inning. The pitch is in there for a strike. I guess you got to say that Johan Rojas started that, but even still, Schwarber got them on the board. It's 4-3 Phillies. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 is missed down low. And a little bit outside, too. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. 1 ball, 1 strike to Kyle Schwarber. And the 1-1 is low and outside once again. I don't know if anybody is warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. Not showing if there's any sort of action going on over there. But how about that at-bat by Johan Rojas? He was down in the count 0-2, laid off 3 off-speed pitches, and was able to give the Phillies the lead. The 2-1 to Schwarber, swing and a miss. Ooh, he was trying to play whack-a-mole there. He got a curveball at the knees, and it looked like it was a good pitch to swing at. Wow. He took a hack at that and could not catch up to it. Also, Edmundo Sosa, who had a triple to start off the with a 1 out. He's now tied for the 3rd most triples in all of Major League Baseball. The 2-2 to Schwarber, outside for ball 3. The throw to second, not in time. And Rojas swipes second base, and he's in scoring possession. Phillies small ball action coming through once again. Got a good jump there, too. The 12th stolen base of the season for Johan. The count is full to Schwarber. He homered his last time up against Snell. The payoff pitch, low and outside for ball 4, and he walks on over to first base. Two runners on. Up. Whoops. Charge. Sorry, I realized I forgot to turn that thing back up. Yep. That's what I was playing. I was playing that, but I didn't realize that I wasn't playing because that volume wasn't turned up. Charge! Another timeout called on the mound here. And Bob Melvin's still not going to anybody else just yet. Snell was doing really good in the first 2 innings. And well, over these last 2 innings, he has allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, and a couple of walks as well. They just showed a weird stat on here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. From pitches 1 to 75, opponents are hitting .306 against Blake Snell with 2 homers. And after his 75th pitch, from 75 onward, batters are hitting .600. Here comes JT to the plate. He's 1 for 2, extended his hitting streak to 16 games. And the pitch is low for a ball. Had the double in the first, and that's how he did that. One ball and no strikes to realmuto. Rojas at second, Schwarber at first, Snell in a jam, and the 1-0 is in there for a strike. It was a good changeup thrown. We got 238 people on here watching and tuning in to our stream. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Phillies have a 4-3 lead. And the 1-1 on the way, and it's in the dirt, and it almost got by Bailey. He had to look for it, and he was like, where did it go? And Rojas wouldn't have been able to get a good jump over to third, so everybody stays at their spots. And Schwarber was so far off the bag after the pitch was thrown, but nobody was covering first. Those are the types of things you can't see on the TV screen, of course. 2 balls, 1 strike. The runner goes. The pitch is inside. The throw to second to get Schwarber. It is not in time. He beats it out, and a double steal for Philadelphia. Rojas able to go on over to third, and Kyle Schwarber, well, that's now his 4th stolen base on the season. His 4th or his 3rd? Oh, my gosh. Wow. Why am I forgetting? I think that was his 4th. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. JT up to bat. And the pitch is going to be fouled off once again to make the count full. Of course, this is slow. What was that, his 3rd? That was actually his 2nd. Technically, it was his 2nd. I guess that, no, it is his 3rd. Yeah, I forgot that he was caught on 1 attempt. That's why I said 4 before. That's what it was. All right, it was his 3rd. 3 balls, 2 strikes to JT realmuto. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. We're still in the 4th. All right, big payoff pitch coming up, and here it is to JT. And that's popped foul behind home plate once again. What an at-bat by realmuto. Full count to realmuto. 89 total pitches for Blake Snell. He's thrown 51 strikes and 38 balls in this ball game. Payoff pitch. It's pitch number 90, and the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. And JT went fishing after a high fastball, and the inning comes to an end. The Phillies do take the lead, though. They tie it and take the lead, thanks to a triple by Edmundo Sosa. And an RBI single by Johan Rojas, as well as the wild pitch to score Sosa before that to tie the game. But we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, 4-3 Philadelphia. Right. Wow. That was quite a pitch to throw there. Honestly, that was good that Snell took that gamble for his sake. 246 people tuning in to this channel. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. How's everybody's day going? How is everybody's day going? Comment down below. What is something nice that you did today? It was Snell's 90th pitch. No need to swing at that. Well, maybe. JT cannot lay off those high fastballs. But again, this guy's on a 16-game hitting streak, so. Richard said that he just woke up. Nice. Good stuff. Very, very good stuff. So, yeah, so I figured out what my problem is with my headphones. And I should be getting a new cord this week. So, it's not, like, that egregious. You know, it's not that bad. But, yeah, we are fixing that. Just wanted to make sure I let you guys know about that. Just waiting for the Phillies game to come on. Well, that's what you did today? You were just waiting for the Phillies game to come on? You just sat in bed, you didn't eat, you didn't get up, you just waited for the Phillies game? No, I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. Your kids are screaming. They're screaming, JJ, please like and subscribe. That's cute. Today I went over to my brother's without an invitation and ate his food, says my cousin. How did he take that? How did he take that? The pitch, and that's outside for a ball. What kind of food are we talking about? That's really the question. Mike Yastrzemski up to bat, had a 2-run double. It was back in the second inning. And the 1-0 is up high for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Walker still on the hill for the Phils. And the pitch is a cutter that's in there for a strike to make it a 2-1 count. Walker not wasting any time. The pitch. Good splitter thrown there. Just at the knees, taken all the way for a called strike. What if I said I bought a 6-pack of beer? That's cool. Matt, that's better. What? Oh, now I have to know what he said before. 2-2 pitch on the way, and there is a fly ball hit out over to right field, and going over towards his right is Castellanos as he battles the sun, and he is able to snag it for the first out of the inning. It is 6:22 p.m. Eastern Time on the East Coast. Elliot Ramos is up to bat, and the pitch is way inside to make it a 1-0 count. Ramos did strike out in the second. He's 24 years old. He's 6'1". He's on a $3.1 million contract. And the pitch, ground ball, back up the middle for a base hit. So Ramos able to get on with a 1-out single as he's over at first base. It was a good swing by him, too. He was the 19th overall pick in the 2017 MLB draft by the Giants. Made his debut in 2022. He's from Puerto Rico. And he's the younger brother of Hector Ramos, who is a professional soccer player and the all-time top scorer of the Puerto Rican national team. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike to Brett Wisely. But he's also the younger brother of Henry Ramos, who is also a professional baseball player for the Arizona Diamondbacks. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. I'm on the East Coast, but not everybody else that's tuning in is on the East Coast. Some people are tuning in from other countries. 1-1 pitch, ground ball, hit back up the middle, and Sosa tags the bag for 1. The throw to first, 2, a double play, and that ends the inning, a 6-3 double play, and we head to the top of the 5th. Good job by Sosa to just scoop it up, tag the bag, throw on the run over to first base. He threw a dart, Harper caught it, and the inning comes to an end. All right, Phillies coming up to bat. They lead it 4-3 out in San Francisco. Brett Wisely grounded into that double play. Did I mention that? Damn. Bang, bang. Philly take with RB, baby. What's good? Shout out to RB, man. Oh, my gosh. We got 210 people on here tuning in. Y'all are the best. RB, you got to drop your link down below. Guys, if you love the Sixers, okay, my boy RB is so great with what he does. He provides you Sixers coverage almost every single day. Okay, this guy grinds. You know, we grind on here, but that guy is a grinder too. And he deserves all the love and the support that he can have. So please, go support my boy RB, because he is awesome. Looks like JT's struggling to me. Don't remember him doing much last series. JT's struggling? He's on a 16-game hitting streak. How's that struggling? JT. He's on a six. Mike did the same thing. Mike, I don't know if we've ever double teamed people like that, and if we've ever been like on the same page. That was pretty cool. We had a nice little moment there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look, Larry wants to join in too. JT's been pretty hot at a homer in the last series. Wow. What's a crazy stat? Oh yeah, 16-game hitting streak? Yeah. Just watch his video today, RB. Yeah, well, RB's the man, bro. There we go to the top of the 5th. Here comes Bryce Harper to lead things off. The pitch, and it's flied out over towards left field, and it's going to hook out of play. We have a new pitcher for the Giants. Randy Rodriguez comes in on the bump, and in 7 games, he has a 2.03 earned run average. The pitch to Harper is a slider that misses low. And the count is 1-1. Harper did walk in the 3rd. He's 0 for 1, though. The 1-1 on the way, and that's fouled off. Tag team, we be working. Yes, sir. Rodriguez in 13 1/3 of an inning. Does have 18 strikeouts. No homers allowed, and just 4 walks. The 1-2 on the way, and it's pulled over towards the right side, fielded by the second baseman. And the throw over to first will get the first out. So a grounder over to second. And Harper is retired for the 2nd time today. So yeah, we mentioned before that that JT has extended his hitting streak. Here comes bohm, and the first pitch is taken for... It was taken outside, but they call it a strike. Can't believe that they did that. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1, and that's going to be poked over towards the right side. Gobbled up once again over at second by Estrada, and the throw over to first is in time to get out number 2. Rodriguez able to get Harper and bohm the ground out over to second, and up to bat is Castellanos. So they said before on NBC Sports that JT, well, entering into today, needed another hit to tie Jimmy Wilson and Stan Lapata for the longest hitting streaks by a catcher in franchise history. And he just did that. Pitch to Castellanos, and that's in there for a strike. To make the count now 0-1. Rodriguez gets set just at the belt, winds up and fires the 0-1, swing and a miss, 100 miles per hour on the gun for Rodriguez, and it was right down the hatch, and Casti was late. And he is firing. The ball's 2 strikes. And the 0-2, that misses outside for a ball. That's Randy Rodriguez. He's 24 years old. One ball and 2 strikes. And the next pitch, swing and a miss. And Castellano strikes out on our 97-mile-per-hour heater. All right, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies go down 1-2-3 against Randy Rodriguez, who's the rookie for the Giants. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. Giants are due up to bat. JT is 6 for 17 with a walk and 2 homers in his last 4 games. Yes. Yes, he is. All right. Let's play a little game, man. Let's play a little game called Which Phillies Player Am I? Okay. I'm gonna tell you something about a former Philly player or a current Philly player. You don't know who it's gonna be. And well, if you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. So we'll do a former Philly player right now. All right. I was born on January 3rd of 1962. Okay? That's the first thing I'm going to tell you. I was selected in the 25th round of the 1980 MLB draft. Okay? And I became a full-time position player in 1989. And Larry says it's Darren Dalton, and that is correct. Good job, Larry. Good job. Was that simple? Darren Dalton. Yep. Good stuff. Nice. Very, very good stuff. All right, we'll do our trivia in the bottom of the 7th. All right, 4-3. Phillies lead it by 1. The pitch thrown by Walker is a cutter that misses outside and low. You didn't know that? Well, yeah. He became a full-time catcher in 1989. Do another one. I won't answer it. No, I'm kidding. No. I'm not saying don't answer it. I want you to answer it. That's part of the goal. The 1-1, and that's fouled off. So Matos is up to bat, or Matos. That's how you say his name, Luis Matos. And the 1-2 is outside for ball 2. Wish I knew Phillies players so focused on the Eagles. Yeah. Well, that's why you're on here, man. Because you want to build that Phillies knowledge. I feel that. 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, hit over to third. It's fair. Bohm throws it on a bounce over to first. And it's not in time. It was off the line. Honestly, it was a tough play for Bohm. He had to come running in over towards home plate and make a good throw over to first base. The throw was off as he was sort of running in towards home plate. And Harper had to go get the baseball. It wasn't too far away from the bag. Harper was able to make the catch, and he tried to apply the tag, and Matos just was able to beat it out. Good try, though. Bang, bang play. Harper sort of did like a behind-the-back tag, or tried to apply that like if he's a basketball player. Doing behind-the-bat dribbles. Made it look pretty cool. If he would have tagged him out there, that would have been awesome. That's pretty flashy. So they're going to rule it as an infield single for now. In the bottom of the 5th. Pitch is low for a ball. He missed it. Harper missed the runner, missing the bag. Lamont Wade Jr. up to bat. It's a 1-0 count to him. He's 0 for 2 today. Walker with 66 pitches, throw back to first, and, well, Matos is able to get back in there safely. Giants are at a .500 record. They're 27-27. They're currently third in the NL West. 1-0 pitch, and that's dropped by JT. It was inside, and Matos didn't even go over to second. Got by JT, sort of just dropped it. It was inside, and I thought maybe there was a chance that Matos would be able to get a good jump there, but maybe not. Wade Jr. at the plate, 2 balls, no strikes, and the next pitch. And it's a bouncing ball, but it's foul towards first base. Shout out to Philly T with RB, man. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wade, during day games, is batting .407 with 2 homers and 9 RBI. This is the 2-1 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over to right field, and that's going to go over Castellanos' head. As he'll throw it in over to second base. Stopping over at third is Matos. And going over to second is Wade. So Lamont Wade Jr. able to come through with a double. Walker still on the bump. And, well, Wade is down. And I don't know if he twisted his ankle or what. I couldn't tell what just happened, but he is down. And the trainer's going to go out there to check up on him. He's sitting up. And he has his left hand on his left ankle. Here comes Bob Melvin out there as well. And the second base umpire, that's DJ Rayburn, trying to see if he's okay. Wade is shaking his head, and he gets some help up by the trainer and by Bob Melvin. And Melvin's going to signal for somebody else to come on in. So Wade Jr. is going to leave the game. He's over at second base. I'm trying to see what happened here. Did he trip over a bag? I don't know. Got passed over first, and he tried to slide into second, and he slid awkwardly. That's what happened. His knee sort of got caught, I want to say. Like, as soon as, his foot hit the bag, and he twisted it. Yeah, he twisted it. Twisted, I think it was his ankle. But regardless, he's coming out of the game, and, we have runners over at second and third. We'll get you a name on who the pinch runner is going to be in just a few seconds. That's pretty unfortunate, though. Yeah, his foot got caught. All right, well, Wilmer Flores is going to be the pinch runner for him, and he will be playing over at first base. As I drop my pen, figures. Well, I have another one up here. So Wade able to get on with a double, but Flores is the pinch runner. And the pitch, ground ball underneath the glove of Bohm out into left field, and 1 run's going to come on in to score. The second run is going to stay on over at third base, and that's going to put runners at the corners. Well, Bohm not able to make a good play over at third base, as that one got underneath his glove on a ground ball. Estrada able to come through. And it's 4-4. Yep. Actually went over his glove. He tried to play it on the ground, and it took a bounce, and it just got over the heel of the glove out into left field. All right, runners at the corners. Throw back to first to try to get the runner is not in time. There's still nobody out in this inning, by the way. Game got started at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Time. Bohm just whiffed that ground ball. The pitch, and that's outside for a ball to Matt Chapman. That's Bohm's counterpart. So Flores is over at third, and over at first base, it's Estrada. The 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. So did they roll it as an E5? Because that's obviously what it should be. Walker delivers from the stretch. And the 1-1 fouled back. Yeah, they called it an E5. He's hitting .226 with runners in scoring position. Matt Chapman. The 1-2 delivery off the plate. Well, Phillies were able to help out Taijuan Walker and get some offense and help him retake the lead, but Walker not able to keep up his end of the bargain, but he didn't get help defensively either from Alec Bohm. Throw back over to first, and getting back over there safely is Thairo Estrada, who's over at first, and at third it's Wilmer Flores. The 2-2 on the way. And that's going to be popped up, hit behind home plate, or over towards the third base side, I should say. Bohm gets under it and makes the catch in foul ground for the first out of the inning. I think that the wind blew that, and you couldn't really tell where it was going to land up. You know, when the ball's out of the picture, sometimes it's a little bit hard. Foul out over to third. And, well, up to bat now is Patrick Bailey, the catcher. All right. Runners at first and third with one out. Go ahead runs over at third. And the pitch is chopped foul over towards the first base side. Bailey hitting .311. He's 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and a run scored, along with 4 homers. And the 0-1 pitch, there's a fly ball hit out over to left field on the run to make the catch as the left fielder, and the throw over to home plate to try to get the runner from scoring is not in time. It's an RBI sac fly, and the Giants retake the lead. So Pache able to make the catch out in left, just not able to provide a good throw over to home plate, and, well, it's 5-4 San Francisco. Wouldn't have been able to get the runner out anyways. But Bailey comes through. And Jorge Soler is due up. Here comes Jorge Soler, and the pitch is, or the throwback over to first, I should say, is not in time. Walker against the Giants. He's 4-3 with a 4.39 earned run average in 10 appearances. The pitch fouled off over towards the third base side. Last time he pitched against the Giants, he actually got the win. It was his first win against the Giants since 2017. He was on the Arizona Diamondbacks. No balls, one strike. And the 0-1 is a cutter that misses low and outside for a ball. In that outing, though, the last time, he went 6 1/3. He allowed 5 hits, 3 earned runs, and had 7 strikeouts, and that was on May 5th. 1-1 pitch. That's popped up, and it's fouled off behind home plate. It's been a different story, though, today, for sure. Today, so far, in 4 2/3, he's allowed 8 hits, 5 earned runs, and has 3 strikeouts, 1 walk on 81 pitches. 1-2 pitch. Line drive caught over at third by Alec Bohm. That was a hot shot, and Bohm able to make the catch. The Giants make some noise, though, and retake the lead 5-4. So they're able to get 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. Phillies down by 1 once again against San Francisco. Line out over to third base. Guys, hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button as well. 232 people on here watching. I want us to get to 232 likes, baby. Let's get to 232 likes. That's what we deserve on here. My name is Jason Joseph. I go by JJ on here. All right. I'm going to put the camera on me for a second. There we go. Hi, guys. Hello, everybody. Yeah. If you guys want to hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button, I would really appreciate that. We are live for almost every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. We give you guys as much content as we possibly can. I come from a broadcasting background, and I wanted to be able to call games on here because this is the new wave, and this is how broadcasting eventually will be consumed. So, and I think that we do an awesome job. We have an incredible community. I would not be here without it, seriously. It's been very supportive. And I want you guys to join the Philly Freak Nation, man. All right? Tell your friends and tell your family about this channel as well. I want us to continue to grow. You know, if we have other people that love not only the Phillies, but the Sixers and the Eagles, let's get them aboard, man. Let's get them aboard because they deserve to not be robbed. And they deserve to have the best quality of play-by-play. You know? All right. Yeah, the Discord, I'm sort of taking a break on it for now on the Discord server. I mean, people can still join. You can hit the link in the description. It's a part of the LINKTREE. All right, here we go. First pitch. And that's popped up. Hit out over towards the right field side. Yastrzemski, does he have room? He leaps over the wall, and he can't make the catch. It actually hit the net. It was going over towards the right field fence, and it just hit the net, so it would have been a dead ball anyways, and he tried to sort of lost his footing there and almost got tripped up. Edmundo Sosa up to bat. Had his second triple in 3 games. That was back in the 4th. And also scored a run as well. Yo, one on the way. There's a rounder hit back over towards the mound. Knocked down by Rodriguez. Who gets it, throws it over to first. And Sosa is retired. That was a hard hit, too. But Rodriguez was able to knock it down. So Flores, remember, he's over at first base because Lamont Wade Jr. left the game after doubling and sliding in a little bit awkwardly over to second base. I don't see what his status is just yet. But the ball ended up hitting Rodriguez, made a little bit of contact with him, and the trainer is going to go out there to see if he's okay. Hit him in the lower area. I think that they're going to try to see if he can throw some more pitches here first. It's a fun idea, but understandable. Yeah. I mean, eventually I'm going to get back to it, but, you know, when there's always stuff that I want to do, but at the end of the day, like sometimes I even say that I'm going to do a cast or whatever, like I'm going to do a podcast, but my number one thing, the number one thing that makes this channel awesome are the play-by-plays. That's what's unique about this channel. So the other stuff, we sprinkle that in, and that's cool. And we'll eventually make some headway with it, but obviously the number one focus are the games, you know? Sorry, the chair's squeaky. All right, here comes Whit Merrifield up to bat. Rodriguez seems to be all right. And he throws a slider that misses low and outside. Whit is 0 for 2. And the 1-0 on the way. Popped up and hit out over towards left center field. Coming in over towards the third base side to make the grab is Ramos. There's the second out. Ugh. Man, I feel like letting out a good yawn. That's a really good feeling. First pitch to Christian Pache is a check swing foul ball. Ramon Laureano just got let go by the Cleveland Guardians. The pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded over to shortstop, fielded, and thrown over to first. And there's the third and final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies. 6 up and 6 down, all retired by Rodriguez. Between the 5th and the 6th, we go to the bottom of the 6th. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. See you very, very soon. All right. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button as well. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to do so by hitting that super chat button down below. We go on for almost every single Phillies game, Sixers and Eagles game, and so any donation to the channel is always a positive. Try to give you better quality play-by-play, and yeah, it's cool stuff. JJ looking fresh in the jersey. Some of your shirts get a little bit weird at the edges with your background / green screen, but the white jersey is crisp and doesn't get weird at the edges. See, that's the other thing I noticed too. And I don't like to wear the jersey so often, because I don't like to rub people the wrong way for people that, aren't a fan of the Phillies and whatnot. Because I know that we are a Phillies channel, but I do like to include all people on here as long as they're cool. So, the ball's 1 strike to Mike Yastrzemski. And the next pitch is taken for a ball. Walker's still out there. I'm surprised. And the 1-1 on the way is way up high for ball 2. But thank you. I appreciate the compliment. But sometimes I get a little bit weird if I wear the jersey. I like to do it every once in a while. Obviously, during the Sixers playoffs, I had to wear the jersey then for Sixers basketball, but, in general, I like to, even though we call Phillies games, I do like to include everybody, 3 balls, 1 strike, and the pitch is wide for ball 4, and Yaz gets on with a leadoff walk. The Phillies will now have some action in the bullpen, and it looks like it'll be Ruiz that's warming up. Jose Ruiz, the right-handed pitcher. First pitch to Ramos is taken for a strike. He actually sort of checked his swing. It was a little bit high. The ball's 1 strike to Heliot Ramos. Walker gets set, winds up, and delivers. And that's fouled off. You guys see that Paul Goldschmidt had 2 home runs in last night's game, and he hit another one this afternoon. He's been on a tear now. The 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss. Good curveball thrown by Taijuan Walker. Only his 4th strikeout today, but the Phillies will certainly take that. There's 1 gone in the bottom of the 6th. That was nice. Very good pitch thrown by Walker. Looked pretty deceiving. It was probably one of the best curveballs that he's thrown today. So Ramos strikes out. And the pitch to Wisely. Line drive, hit out over to right center field. That's going to split the gap and go all the way over towards the wall. Yaz rounding third. Rojas throws it over to short. The throw over to third base is made, but the Giants add another run on the RBI double hit by Brett Wisely. That pitch was a meatball that was thrown out over the middle of the plate, and Wisely just smoked that thing out to right center field and took advantage of a hanging curveball. So 6 runs allowed by Walker. That's only that's the 5th earned run though on 9 hits. Top of the order. Back to the top of the order. Luis Matos is going to come up to bat in the first pitch. Popped up and hit behind home plate. JT gets under it, battles the sun, takes off the mask, and just makes the catch. And 2 outs are recorded. Obviously, staying put at second is Wisely. Yaz did a good job at just reading that as well. He scored all the way over from first. And now it's Wilmer Flores' turn to come on up to bat. And the pitch, it's a cutter that's taken all the way for strike 1. Wilmer hitting .217 with a .288 on-base percentage, 1 homer, and 14 runs batted in. The pitch from Walker, swing and a miss on the cutter at 86 miles per hour on the gun. Looked a little bit high, too. Walker trying to get out of the inning. 6 runs allowed for him. 2 outs and the 0-2 upstairs. The Rockies just beat the Guardians and snapped their 9-game winning streak. They won 8-6. The pitch, chopped foul. Of course, the Phillies lost their series to the Colorado Rockies. That was the first time that they lost a series since April 3rd. They won 7 in a row. The 1-2. That misses outside for ball 2. Giants have some action in their bullpen. Eric Miller, the left-handed pitcher, is starting to get warmed up. The 2-2 on the way, and that's fouled back. Taijuan Walker with 97 pitches. 2 walks allowed on the 9 hits, too. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, ground ball hit over to shortstop, gobbled up by Sosa, and the throw across the diamond is in plenty of time. And the 3rd out is recorded. The Giants get an extra run, though, on an RBI double by Brett Wisely. We played 6 and head to the top of the 7th. 9, 1, and 2 due up in the order for the Phillies. Well, let's be real. Okay, you can look at it that way, Jackie Moon. But let's look at it this way. Because the Giants, actually, if you've been watching, they are 9-2 over their last 11 games. Okay, they put up, how many runs in that series? They put up 32 runs against the Rockies, okay, after sweeping them. And then they lost to Pittsburgh in the first game of the next series. But then they put up 9 runs in the next game after that against the Pirates, 7 runs in the game after that against the Pirates, 8 runs against the Mets in the first game of that series, and 7 runs in the second game. And they only put up 3 runs in the last game that they played against the Mets. So the fact that you're saying that their offense has not been doing well, that's just statistically speaking, that's incorrect. That's incorrect because they have scored 25 runs over their last 4 games. So I just wanted to point that out there. That's just coming into today. And after today, we'll only be 10 wins back from the Phillies. Yep. I would trade Walker for a washing machine. All right. You just want Spencer Turnbull back into the rotation. I get it. I understand. I get it. Walker's not a bad pitcher. As a 5 or as a 4, today he struggled. There's no doubt about it. All right, well, we're in the top of the 7th inning. The first pitch to Rojas is taken for a strike. The 0-1, and that's low for a ball. Also, you said that the Giants are one of the worst offenses. Well, we'll get back to that. Eric Miller's on the bump for the Giants. He's 0-2 on the season. Count is 1-1 to Rojas in the pitch, and there's a grounder hit over towards the first base side. Flores has it, and he'll charge on over towards the first base bag, and there's 1 out. So, ground that over to first, and Eric Miller, able to get the first out recorded. And that will lead us back to the top of the order. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're talking about the Giants' offense. Schwarber's up to bat, and the pitch is low for a ball. Giants' offense. They're 18th in homers. They're actually tied for 18th in homers. The 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Okay. They're now 11th in RBI. But, however, over the last 7 days, they are first in RBI with 43. And they are also second. Actually, I'm sorry. They're 8th in home runs, but 5 teams have had 10 homers over the last 7 days. And that's the Braves, the Twins, the A's, the Phillies, and the Blue Jays. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the 1-2 is popped up, and it's hit right over towards the home plate side, and it's going to drop in there for a hit, but it actually rolls foul. So nobody could find it. Patrick Bailey didn't know where it was going to land. Going over to home was also Miller. And I think that was it ruled as a fair ball? I think it is. I thought that home plate umpire James Hoy said it was a foul ball. Somebody else said it was a fair ball, though, and Bob Melvin is confused about this and wants it to be reviewed. So it was popped up. It was hit. It was hit behind home plate. Then it was blowing back onto the field. Nobody could find it. It dropped in front of the catcher, Bailey, for a hit. And I think because Bailey made contact with it, it's a fair ball, even if it goes out of play. And I think that he did make contact with the glove. So that's an infield single, right? Or is that an error? They're looking to, all the umpires are gathering together to talk things over here. But it looked like that Bailey made contact with it. One out in the top of the 7th. And it looks like Hoy is going to go back behind home plate. The first base umpire is over there with Schwarber, and that's Rob Drake. Huh. All right, so Schwarber is on. That was pretty bizarre. Had to battle the sun and everything. And JT up to bat, and that's taken outside for a ball. It was literally popped up. The wind was blowing it forward. Looked like it was going to be behind home plate. And it got a little piece of Patrick Bailey as he couldn't make the catch. It landed in no man's land between the mound and home plate. It just got the glove on it, so that's a live ball. 1 ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is outside. Or actually, it was low for ball 2. Good changeup thrown by Miller. So that's an error. 2-0 pitch. Grounder hit over towards the right side of second base, and the throw over to first is in time. So that's going to put Schwarber over at second base with 2 outs. And JT grounds out over to second. They didn't rule that as a single, did they? They ruled it as an infield single. That should be overturned. Harper's due up to bat. And the pitch is low for a ball. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that like button, or to hit the subscribe button as well, guys. Let's get to 2,700 subs. We're at 2625. The 1-0 to Harper, and he takes that pitch in the dirt for ball 2. These games have been frustrating. What, the last 3? I don't know. Overall, this team has been making me happy. Overall, they really have. They're the best team in baseball. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Yeah, like the last 3 games. It's such a long season. You know, when you think about it from a football schedule, this team has been pretty much like 4-0. 2-1 pitch to Harper, and that's hit out over towards left field. It's skied, and on the run to make the catch is Ramos. And that's the end of the inning. Go to the bottom of the 7th is stretch time at Oracle Park. 6-4 Giants lead. They ruled that as an infield hit. All right. Bottom of the 7th inning. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get the answer correct, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon, baby. Let's see. Let's do this one. Which famous MLB player is the godfather of Placido Polanco's son, Ishmael? This one's an interesting one. So, the question is, which famous MLB player is the godfather of Placido Polanco's son, Ishmael? If you remember Placido Polanco, he played for the Phillies 2 times in his career. Which one? This is a tougher one. Which famous MLB player is the godfather of Placido Polanco's son, Ishmael? Any guesses? Any? Ruiz. Jorge Polanco. That was a good guess. I would trade Walker for Odubel Herrera. Molina. No. Nope. Anybody know? Anybody? More guesses. Come on. Why are we quiet? Come on. Just spam it with people. Spam it with people. Think of a player, and if it comes to you, fire away. Bombs away with the names. Which famous MLB player is the godfather of Placido Polanco's son, Ishmael? Charlie Abrams. Albert Pujols. Larry, did you know that? Did you really know that? Wow. Good for you. I bet you he did, man. Albert Pujols is correct. Yeah. He's the godfather of Placido Polanco's son. In case you didn't know. That's your trivia question of the day. 527/24. We date these things. I'm too focused on how bad the Phillies are playing. Well, the Phillies have been playing pretty good overall baseball. If you're talking about today, though, that is Yeah. Anything can change. He Googled that. I don't believe he did. He pretty much knows his stuff. I knew when Dalton was born. What don't I know? That's funny. That's funny. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. 195 people on here watching. Make sure you guys get us to 2,700 subscribers. We're so close. Man, I can taste it. Bobby Abreu. Anybody else? All right, Jose Ruiz on the bump for the Titans, and we're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Giants lead it 6-4. Let's get the 200 likes. Under 90 people, that means that 45 of you have not hit that thumbs up button. Spam it, baby. The 0-1. That's chopped foul over towards the third base dugout. Oh, man. Estrada's 0 for 3, reached on an error back in the 5th inning. So he's 0 for 2, or 0 for 3, and he's behind in the count 0-2. And the pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1-2 pitch. That's fouled off. Larry, these people are trolls. I don't mean to say it like that. Luke is actually a really good guy. 1-2 pitch, grounder, hit over to third. Backhanded by Bohm, and the throw over to first, not in time. And it's beaten out by Estrada. Phillies have been a pretty good team this year. They really have. But say what you want about their record, but they're taking care of business, and the fact that they've never done this before in their franchise history. You know, people, I'll tell you this, people would be slandering them if they weren't winning these games. So, we got a runner over at first. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. And the throw over to first is not in time. Phillies have 4 runs. That's not bad. They've been consistent. Braves already lost today. Phillies can afford to lose a few games. Absolutely. That's what happens. That's the nature of the sport. Pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. What do you think? Well, let's put it this way. I'll do it after this pitch. The 1-0 on the way, and that looked like it was inside, but it's a called strike to Matt Chapman. What should the Phillies' record be by the end of the season? Okay? What should their record be by the end of the season? Comment down below. Okay? Let's have that discussion now. It's May 27th. The 1-1, and that's way up high for ball 2. I'm being serious, though. Yes. What should their record be? 182-0. Of course. The 2-1, and that's on the outside corner for a strike. 106 wins. Okay. 162-0, and otherwise they're trash. Okay. But seriously, how many wins do you guys think that they're going to get by the end of the season? 2-2 on the way. Ground ball, and that gets underneath Bohm's glove again, and everybody's going to be safe. Man, he has really been struggling on defense today. I don't know if it's because like the sun is shining over towards that side. He doesn't even have the sunglasses on. They're above his cap, but just another error by Bohm over at third. He sort of knocked it down. He played it on a bounce, and it deflected off of the tip of his glove. With Acuna out, over 85 wins. Okay. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Okay, so you say 85 over 85. Yep, it's the sun. The ball is 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's fouled off over towards the first base side. So that is an E5 on Alec Bohm. Now Patrick Bailey's up to bat. The ball's 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch. That's popped up foul over towards the third base side. I'm being serious, though. Like, what? How many wins do you expect the Phillies to get by the end of the year? What should be their record? Please, like, I want us to actually have, like, a legitimate conversation about this. Because I think that we can get somewhere with that. The 0-2, and that's fouled off. The way that they started, if they just get over 85, something wrong. Yeah, 85 is nice, but I'm saying exact numbers. Exact numbers. Give me an exact number. What should their exact record be? That's probably how I should have put it. All right, so 108 and 44, says Larry. Okay, we're going to write this down. Today is May 27th. Larry says 108 and 44. No balls and 2 strikes. And the 0-2 is taken for a ball. 107 and 55. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jose Ruiz able to get a strikeout there, and that's the first time that Bailey is retired. In the bottom of the 7th. Jamie says 95. Okay. So that would make it 95 and 67. Okay. The pitch, and that's taken wide for a ball. D says 109. Okay. 109 and 50 to 43. Soler up to bat. The 1-0. That's lined foul over towards the third base side. Luke says 88 and 74. Okay. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch popped up, hit out over towards right field, shallow right field that is. And on the run is Merrifield, and he can't make the catch. He lost it in the sun again. So everybody's going to be safe, and that's going to load the bases with 1 out. Man, Phillies are having a really tough time today out in the field, and that's going to be recorded as an E4. All right, I will come back to that question. He was jogging backwards, could not catch it on the outfield grass, and he had the sunglasses on. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch is taken low for a ball as the bases are juiced for Yaz, who's 3 for 6 this year with the bases loaded with a triple and 7 RBI. The 1-0 pitch, and that's fouled off. Good curveball thrown, too. Phillies have made 3 errors today. 2 in this inning alone. The 1-1, and that's way up high for ball 2. What's up, my boy? How you doing, man? E5, E4, bingo. Wrong game, my guy. 2-1. It's popped up, hit out over towards shallow left field, and Pache says he has it. He'll make the catch, and staying put over at third base with the bases loaded is a Soler. So there's 2 outs now. And I don't think that would have been tough for him to score over at third. I do. All right, here we go. The pitch, ground ball, back up the middle for a base hit. 1 run's going to come on in to score. 2 runs now are coming in, I believe, and it's now 8-4 San Francisco. That was a big 2-run base hit by the Giants, and they have now extended their lead 8-4 in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a base hit back up the middle, hit by Ramos. He got a good piece of it. Elliot Ramos with a 2-run double, or with a 2-run single. And that puts runners over at first and second. And the pitch is down low for a ball to Wisely. Wisely's 2 for 3 today. Had an RBI single in the second and an RBI double in the sixth. And the 1-0. And that's fouled off over towards the first base dugout. The Giants have scored 8 runs on 11 hits today. And the 1-1 is high and outside for a ball. So we mentioned before, the Phillies have not won a game out at Oracle Park since 2017. The 2-1 is low and outside for ball 3. Fun fact, this is actually the 17th time that the Phillies are playing the Giants on this date of May 27th. The 3-1, and that swung on and missed. They actually, as funny as this sounds, they lost their first 7 games against them on this date from 1893 to 1951. That was back when they were the New York Giants until the 1950s. 3-2 on the way. Popped up. Hit out over towards right field. Castellanos gets under it. And finally the inning comes to an end as he does make the catch. Phillies defense, though, definitely struggled. And Elliot Ramos able to make them pay. 8-4 Giants go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies down by 4 runs. But yeah, how about that? They've played 17 times, the Giants and the Phillies, on this day. The last time they actually played on this day, obviously it was on May 27th. Actually, yeah. The last time they played on May 27th was on May 27th of 1989. So, just some fun facts for you. I try to implement some things on here, because I like having conversation, but I also like it when you guys learn something. And I think that that's what makes traditional broadcasting cool as well, is that, yeah, I get to talk to you guys, and we get to have a conversation, but you learn something new every day. Speaking of learning something new, obviously today is May 27th, all right? But let's talk about this. All right. On this day in Phillies history, okay, in 1935, Pretzel Pizzullo made his first major league start, and he earned it was a 4-2 win over Pittsburgh. And then he started the next day, but he lost. Also on this day in 1990, John Smoltz held the Phillies hitless until Lenny Dykstra stroked a 1-out double in the 9th, and Von Hayes later drove him in, but the Phillies fell 6-1. The pitch to bohm, and that's in there for a strike. Kimbrel also last year on this day was able to get his 400th career save as he struck out the side against the Atlanta Braves. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Albert says, wonder what team or the Phillies record on my birthday of July 18th is, knowing a lot of times the All-Star break happens around my birthday. Well, I have to research that, but I would get back to you on that. The balls, 1 strike to bohm, and the next pitch was taken for a ball, so it's a 1-1 count. Walker gets set, kicks, steals, and it's low for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch to bohm, and that's on the outside corner for strike 2. Taijuan Walker got the start for the Phillies, but out there now for the Giants, it's Ryan Walker, who's 28 years old, and he has a 2.25 ERA. The pitch, low and outside for ball 3. Also has 38 strikeouts and a .98 or a .89 whip, I should say. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. The 3-2 pitch popped up, hit out over towards the first base side, and it goes out of play. I still can't get over the fact that they lost their first 7 games in a row against the Giants on May 27th. Like, that means every time that they played them on May 27th for 7, those 7 times they lost all those years. Next pitch, and that's taken down low for a ball, and Alec Bohm able to draw a leadoff walk in the top of the 8th inning. And now Nick Castellanos is coming up to bat. The pitch to Casti. It's popped up, hit out over towards the first base side, and it will find the seats. Are they brothers? No. Happy birthday to Jim Vatcher. Played for the Phillies, was born in 1966 today. So happy birthday to him. The 0-1, and that's inside for a ball. Phillies on this day actually signed free agent Billy Brewer back in 1997. I didn't know that either. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Castellanos goes after a slider to make the count now 1-2. He's 0 for 3. Walker gets set and delivers. And it's low for a ball to make the count now 2-2. Wanted to make sure that we also said rest in peace to Bill Walton, who passed away today. 2-2 on the way. Grounder hit over to third, but it's a foul ball. Walton, of course, died at 71 years old. Was not able to overcome the cancer that he dealt with. And that's how he passed away. And he will definitely be missed, for sure. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Castellanos up to bat. We're on the top of the 8th. There's a runner over at first. And the 2-2 pitch, that's inside for ball 3. And the count is now full. Walton, of course, a 2-time NBA champion with the Boston Celtics. Actually started his career with the Trailblazers and then played with the San Diego and the LA Clippers from 79 to 85. 3-2 on the way. Ground ball. Hit over towards the second base side. The flip over to shortstop. There's 1. The throw over to first. 2. A double play. And Castellanos is out. So there's 2 outs. In the top of the 8th inning. And Edmundo Sosa comes up to bat. Here's Sosa, and he takes the first pitch just at the knees for a strike. It was a slider at 83 miles per hour. The ball's one strike. The pitch. Bouncing ball hit over to first. And Flores gathers it and runs over towards the bag. And the inning comes to an end. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Giants lead it 8-4. And I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. All right? I will see you all in just a few moments. Alrighty, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. I know that we got 164 loyal people on here that are tuning in. Y'all mean the world, man. You know, it's cool. It's very, very nice. Man, it's been a weird day. It really has. It's been a very, very weird day so far. But we go to the bottom of the 8th. Giants lead it 8-4. They've provided 11 hits today against Taijuan Walker and the Phillies. All right, so Matt Strahm is going to be pitching now. And he'll start off the bottom of the 8th on the mound for the Phils. Strahm does get set at the letters, kicks, delivers, and it's swung on and missed at 95 miles per hour. On the fastball right down Broadway. So Matos is up to bat. 2 singles and a run scored. The ball's 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch popped up and fouled behind the plate. Strahm's ERA, well, it's at .87. 30 strikeouts in 20 innings. If that's not all-star stuff, I don't know what is. Only 2 walks allowed, too. And the pitch, and that's fouled off. I want to take a look at the Major League scores from out of town. The Padres and the Marlins are tied 1-1 in the top of the 4th. Orioles did beat the Red Sox today 11-3. The Twins won against the Royals 6-5. The next pitch is fouled off. Then the Blue Jays lead 5-1. The Blue Jays won 5-1 out in Chicago against the White Sox, and the Brewers won 5-1 against the Chicago Cubs. How about that? Both Chicago teams lost 5-1 today. When does that happen? The 0-2, and that's gonna miss for a ball. Rockies beat the Guardians and snapped their 9-game winning streak. They won 8-6. The 1-2 on the way, and that's fouled off. Reds are able to beat the St. Louis Cardinals 3-1. The Nationals won 8-4 out in Atlanta. Dodgers and Mets, well, that game got postponed. And later tonight, it'll be Houston taking on the Seattle Mariners. The 1-2, and that's fouled off once again. Strahm looks over at first. Now back to the plate in the 1-2 pitch. Another foul ball behind home plate. And this sun has really been wild out there. You could even tell from the home plate side that it just started to get really, really bright, and then it just dimmered down just a little bit. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2, and that's way up high. Go after Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen. I want Mason Miller, Mr. Sureski. That's who I want. 2-2 pitch. And that's fouled off over towards the third base side, and that goes out of play. Why don't they get Bauer? Bro, everybody's obsessed with Bauer. Like, the only thing that they need, if we're being serious, the only thing that they need is a closer. Kenley, would I take Kenley? Sure. I'd have to see how he's doing overall this year. But even if he's doing a good job, I don't know why the Red Sox would be open to trade him. I guess to try to get assets back. 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. Losing 3 out of 4 against 2 teams under 500 and under is pretty bad. Well, going 37-14 in your first 51 games is pretty terrible, too. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Strom gets a strikeout there as he goes with a fastball. Good job by Strom to get that strikeout. Kenley would be this year's Kimbrel. I'd have to look into it before I give my actual thoughts on it. The pitch, and that's taken outside and high for a ball to Wilmer Flores, who's batting .215 on the season with a homer and 14 RBI. And the 1-0 pitch, grounder hit over towards the first base bag, and Harper, literally as soon as he got over to it, his right foot was on the bag. So he was playing over towards the left side, had to go field it, and it was hit over towards the line near first base, and he just picked it up and was on the bag. Pretty cool. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th, and Thairo Estrada steps up to the dish. Strom kicks, delivers, and it's a slider that misses outside. Estrada reached on an error, singled, scored a run, and had an RBI as well. 1 ball and no strikes, and the pitch, and that swung on and missed. 428 career saves is cool, but we just had a guy that had 400 career saves, and I'm just saying I don't know. I have to check out his stats, and I have to see how he's doing this year. I haven't really been keeping up with the Boston Red Sox, but I mean, in theory, it sounds good. I just, I don't know. We have to see. The 1-1, and that swung on and missed. This Miller kid's money, too, though. He really is. The 1-2 pitch, and that's up high for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the pitch from Strom, here it is. Ground ball underneath the glove of Bohm again, and it goes out over to left field. Edmundo Sosa has to get over to it, and sliding into second base is Estrada. Man, it's been a tough day at the hot corner for Alec Bohm. I don't understand why he doesn't even have the sunglasses on. Like, that makes no sense to me, because he's had some trouble with the sun out over there. I don't know what it is. Couldn't backhand it. It got underneath the glove. And it's another play he should have had. I know it's sunny out there, but at least if you're struggling in the field and you have the sunglasses on your cap, I mean, don't you think that there comes a point in time where you may just want to think about putting them on? The pitch to Chapman, and that's taken for a strike. The ball's 1 strike. And the 0-1, and that's fouled away. I was looking forward to turning the page on the last series. Didn't happen. Well, that could change tomorrow. They could still win the series. Did they get off to the best foot today? No. But it doesn't mean that they can't finish out the series at 500. And there still is an inning left. The pitch. And that's taken up high for a ball. I saw this team come back the other day and score like 6 runs in the 9th inning. One ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way, and that's fouled off by Chapman. They could. They still could. Exactly, Jay. Exactly. The 1-2 pitch from Strom. And Chapman takes it low. Joe Giglio just tweeted out from WIP, how is Taijuan Walker still in the Phillies rotation over Spencer Turnbull? They got to trade for Kenley before the game is over. 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. But no, like, Kenley might be a really good piece. I have to, actually, dive in to see, how he's been doing on the mound. That might not be a bad piece. I don't care if he's older. If he's still getting the job done, I wouldn't mind him. I need another arm in the bullpen. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And we go to the top of the 9th. Phillies down 8-4 against the Giants. And it's their last chance. All right, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. Phillies folding against teams like the Rockies and now the Giants is mediocrity and inconsistency, man. It's funny to me. It's not even just with the Phillies. It's with the Sixers and it's with the Eagles too. As soon, and I'm not trying to throw anybody. I'm not trying to diss anybody or throw anybody under the bus, but it is funny to me because I've been told by other people that once you get more and more people on here, you definitely hear a lot of positives when things are going well, but when you're even losing a game though, there's a lot of I don't know. I don't want to say Negadolf. I mean, you have some Negadelphia people, but there's more concern, And it's not a bad thing. I think that that's cool, but I know that it's all about passion. And I think that that's great. But let's also, be realistic too. Kenley is legit another Kimbrel. He's not good. He has all the same problems. Walks, lets runners steal all the time, and command issues. Nah, I'm not my guy. I have stuff to do. I have a lot of stuff to get done. Phillies team is not the best team in the league. Oh, I'm ready for this one. Phillies have had a far easier schedule and should be dominating these, especially the Rockies. Okay, Cameron. Okay. You feel how you feel. All right, top of the 9th. Camilo Doval is going to come on in to face Whit Merrifield and the bottom of the order. 22 games for Doval. He's 2-0. He's 9-10 in save opportunities. This is not a save situation. And Stott is going to pinch hit in the first pitch. It's at 101 miles per hour on the outside corner. That was a cutter at 101. He is lethal, man. He is really, really good stuff. The ball is 1 strike in the 0-1, and that hits 101 again, but that time it's outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch to Stott. That's popped up, hit out over towards shallow left field. And there to make the catch for the first out is Heliot Ramos. And there's 1 gone. So Stott came in to pinch hit for Whit Merrifield, and he is retired. Duvall's ERA is at 2.91, but he was doing a pretty good job right before, I'd say, May 21st. That was an outing where he pitched against the Pirates. He allowed 2 runs on 2 hits, and the Giants lost that game 7-6. The pitch to Marsh, and that's taken for a strike. So Marsh now is pinch hitting, so the Phillies are unloading all their lefties. What's up, AJ? How you doing? The ball is 1 strike to Brandon Marsh, and the 0-1 is inside and low for a ball to make the count now 1-1. How about you're a Vikings fan? I didn't know that. I had no clue. Last time Duvall pitched, it was on Saturday. He went 1 inning for the Giants, got 2 strikeouts, and didn't even allow a hit. Duvall gets set, kicks, delivers, and it's outside, way outside for ball 2. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back on tomorrow night. The Phillies play at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, a late one. The 2-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go? And they say no over at third base. And Marsh? I thought that maybe... I don't know. 3-1 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left center field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. And Marsh jogs on into second base, and there's a 1-out double in the top of the 9th as Marsh does come through. So a 1-out double, and Marsh able to just hit that 1 out over towards left center and put it in a very good spot. Came in the pinch hit for Christian Pache. And the 9th spot is due up right now. So that's Yohan Rojas' spot. And that's Cody Clemens that's going to come in to pinch hit. Not yet, Larry. Not yet. 1 out and the pitch to Clemens, and that misses outside for a ball at 99 miles per hour. Clemens this year hitting .294, coming off the bench. More lefties being unloaded by Rob Thompson. 1 ball and no strikes. And the next pitch, that misses outside for ball 2. And Duvall having a hard time finding the strike zone right now. He's firing at 101 on the first 2 pitches. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch, and that misses low for ball 3. That slider was at 89, and it just missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Duvall looks back at second, now back to the plate, and the 3-0, and he throws a fastball right down the hatch for strike 1. On deck is Kyle Schwarber. The 3-1 delivery. And there's a fly ball hit out over towards straightaway center field. And on the run to make the catch just shy of the track is the center fielder Matos. And tagging up from second going over to third is Marsh. And there's 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. It's all up to Kyle Schwarber. Duvall, lifetime against the Phillies, is 1-1 with a 6.52 ERA and 5 saves in 11 appearances. The pitch to Schwarber, and that's way outside for ball 1. The last time he pitched against the Phillies, he allowed 3 runs. That was on August 23rd, and the night before that, he got charged with the loss, allowing 2 earned runs. The pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Phillies play tomorrow night at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, and then they wrap up the series against the Giants on Wednesday at 3:45. The 1-1 on the way, outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. Camilo Doval on the bump. Kyle Schwarber at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Doval kicks, delivers, and a pitch. And that's in there for a strike at the knees. And the Phillies are down to their final strike. Two and 2 is the count to Kyle Schwarber. Giants fans on their feet at Oracle Park. Pitch clock at 10 seconds. The 2-2 from Doval, outside for ball 3. Came in at 99. JT waits in the on-deck circle. Big payoff pitch coming up. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kyle Schwarber. And the payoff pitch, here it is. Grounder hit back over towards the mound. Doval throws it over to first, and that's the ball game. The Phillies go down 8-4 against the Giants. And, well, they still have not won a game at Oracle Park since 2017, or since 2021. June 19th of 2021. And that's the first time, too, that the Phillies have had back-to-back losses since April 23rd and the 24th. So the Phillies lose, and they're now 38-17 on the season. The Giants are 1 game over 500 and are 28-27. Giants win 8-4. And we're able to get the better end of the Phils for sure. All right, well, what's there to say about this game? Yeah, Taijuan Walker did not have a good day again. That was his 2nd outing in a row where he was not good. He did not have a good outing today. Phillies had a lot of problems defensively, battling the sun over at third base. It was not a good day by Bohm. Bohm had a very, very tough day today, for sure. Merrifield had a play that was really tough as well. Couldn't make the catch out there. It spiraled into a bad game for the Phillies. This was like one of those games where, under the Gabe Kapler management regime for the Phillies, that they would have one bad play and it would spiral into a bad inning. Phillies had that in the 2nd when they were playing against the Giants. And then they had that again in the 7th inning. And it was just not their day. Walker allowed 9 hits and really had a hard time with the splitter once again. So for his standards, he has to be better. But to say that Taijuan Walker this whole season has not been pitching up to par, that's where I draw the line. And I disagree with people because before the last 2 outings, he was actually doing fine. But, you know, it's his first loss of the season. He's now 3-1. Rodriguez gets his first win. And Randy Rodriguez did a good job. Blake Snell did not have a good day at the office. I wanted the Phillies to take more advantage of some of the pitches that he was throwing in that 3rd and then that 4th inning. I was happy that Schwarber had the 2-run homer, but again, it's not going to help when you're pitching and when your defense don't help you and you're always coming from behind. That's just not a good recipe for success. Harper was 0 for 3 today. Bohm was 0 for 3 today. Merrifield continues to struggle. But, you know, this team is dealing with something right now, and I expect them to snap out of it. I do. So, Not hitting the panic button. Not worried about this team. Just not a good performance. You have peaks and valleys. That's how it goes. You know? That's how it is. This team today with runners in scoring position, they were 1 for 8. It's not going to win you a lot of games. That's like 3-point shooting in basketball. That's like that's the equivalent of that. When you're not shooting the 3-ball well, it's tough to win games. When you're not getting guys home with runners in scoring position, it's tough to win games that way too. The Giants were 3 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Phillies had some errors in the field with the sun and with all the adversity that they had to deal with. But, hey, they can turn the switch on tomorrow and, bounce right back. They're still 21 games over 500. Can't expect perfection. But one word to describe that game. One word down below. Comment. I would like to hear what your one word is before we sign off. Go Pacers, beat Boston. Those are 4 words, but I'll take that. Go Pacers. It was a week. Yeah. Constipated. It was also complicated. Constipated is an interesting one. Baseball. I like that. Sometimes that's just how it goes, man. That's why we do 162, because there's highs and there's lows. And the fact that I still have 90 people tuning in on here, that's awesome. That tells me that even when there's a low, and this is a quote-unquote low right now, I don't even think it's like the lowest of lows at all, but, it is what it is. Larry says today was pathetic. Today just wasn't a good day. Today was just not their day. Pathetic, I think that's a little bit too harsh. But, all right. I'm done. I'm done babbling. No other team has ever lost to a team with a worse record. I think he was being sarcastic. All right. I'm done. I love each and every one of you. I will talk to you all on the next one. I will see you tomorrow night at 9:45, man. We got the Cup of Joe. We'll have that tomorrow night. It's going to be a late one, but only Philly freaks would do that, or baseball freaks, or sports freaks, or JJ freaks, or all 3, or if you're just freaky. I love you guys. All right. Have yourselves a great rest of your Memorial Day. And I will catch you all tomorrow night. Get some good sleep, have a good meal, relax, and enjoy your time with your loved ones. All right? Lava Tov.